My message would be now more than ever is time to invest in modernizing your back office tech stack.
Hello, and welcome to the Workforce Newsroom. I'm Amy Freshman. Joining me today to share their insights on changes in the blue-collar workforce are ADP Industry Executive Kit Dickinson, Chief Economist at Associated General Contractors of America, Ken Simonson. Welcome, everyone. Recent data from ADP found that the most important non-traditional benefits Gen Z wants are paid family medical leave. Some of these may be surprising, they may not. Learning and development, right? Employee training, mental health counseling, and tuition reimbursements. Kit, when you think about employers in blue collar industries, obviously like construction, what can they do to better attract and retain this generation, knowing the data that I just cited?
Sure. Yeah. So first and foremost is competitive pay. So that's one. But 1A are all those benefits that you just mentioned, Amy, as far as, the younger workers, have a different outlook on benefits, and a one size fits all menu of options will not fit for them. And many Gen Z workers have aspirations of being their own boss. So kind of interestingly enough, explaining how they can start their own business could be a retention tool. And then the last thing I would say is around training opportunities. Technology is huge for this generation. These are the types of investments that really should help you attract and retain the right workers, obviously from Gen Z, but as I mentioned, other generations as well.
Ken, is from sitting in your seat, how can employers adjust their approach?
Well, first, I'd like to say that construction has checked off some of the boxes that Kit mentioned. Pay growth is certainly attractive, both in terms of where the average is and how much it's growing, but also the advancement opportunities are great in construction. Construction firms have gotten much more engaged with school districts and community colleges and workforce development agencies because that pipeline really did decay. Construction firms are sending people to be mentors, to be trainers, and also to provide in-school opportunities or school day opportunities for students to come to construction firms and job sites and see what chances they really have and how construction really may not fit their preconceptions, that it's a valid career choice and one that I hope more and more students will be making.
We know workers today expect the hiring process to be simple, fully tech enabled, mobile friendly, social media, text, chat, right? How else should construction employers be using technology to improve what I just mentioned, which is candidate experience and sort of that whole process of bringing them in, the attraction piece? But there's also a bit of it on the retention side. Could you share a little bit on from your perspective, please?
I think companies are they are certainly interested in any technology that allows them to screen candidates. Every HR department, I think, these days is totally overwhelmed with the number of resumes that show up or of leads that they may be able to get. So there's clearly a big mismatch still going on, and a lot of chance, I think, for technology to help both sides understand what the expectations are, what the requirements are going to be, what it's going to be like to actually be on the job.
Kit, any additional comments in relation to technology you'd like to share, please?
It's meeting them where they are. That really starts with having a robust human capital management system with recruiting and onboarding functionality that can really be used as a tool to differentiate yourself as that employer of choice. And then some of the retention tactics that we've seen to help retain these coveted workers. Again, going back to compensation benchmarking, that's so vital to have, a nationwide view by location, by job, what people are being paid. Talent software, that measures employee engagement, job satisfaction is vitally important. And so all of this, leveraging the newer technology that continues to evolve, that can support the back office, the payroll and HR teams are really going to help foster that confidence and attachment for your Gen Z workers with your firm.
Would really love to open it up. Ken, maybe turn to you. Do you have just some thoughts on, how different size employers can think about this?
Yeah, I think there really is a fundamental difference in the advantages that different sizes of firms can offer. A small firm, you have much more interaction with the CEO, the leadership, perhaps a chance to move up to a high level more quickly. On the other hand, the firm is not going to have probably the same suite of benefits, the same range of project types that you could get to work on if you're in a larger firm.
Yeah, thank you for that. Kit, would you add anything different?
No, I think it's spot on. It's really a personal preference of where you're at and where you want to go. It's really taking stock of where you're at in life, what you value, and what that company in turn can provide you for you today and obviously into tomorrow.
Appreciate that and really appreciate this conversation. I like to always close out with a little bit of a round robin. So I'm going to go around the virtual room here. And what's one message you'd want to leave for employers, workers, as the demographics and career path shift based on our conversation? Ken, over to you, please.
I think people should recognize that construction is a team sport. If you want to work with a group of people and together be able to show family and friends, this is something I built, I think construction offers great opportunities.
Love it. Kit, you can close us out.
My message would be now more than ever is time to invest in modernizing your back office tech stack. It was published that the Infrastructure Act, which was signed into law back in 2021, there are already over 50,000 projects in flight coming out of that legislation. And approximately 500,000 workers are going to be needed to meet the demands of those projects. So with that, by not having the necessary back office technology that can help you with compliance, and that could also really help you with significant gains in productivity. That now is the time to make those investments.
Well, thank you all. Really appreciated the conversation and insights and sharing your expertise. For more data and analysis from ADP Research, please visit adpri.org. And for more about HR in the construction industry and the tools that can help you attract and retain today's workers, visit adp.com/construction. See you soon.